Hi, my name is Stormy Benzie, and this is Braylon. And today we are going to be doing a lesson on reading engagement. So today we are going to be reading this book, like I said. But before we do that, we're going to create kind of like a ladder. And I know it looks like stairs, but this is what I created. We're going to create something that looks like this. And I kind of got it already started. That way, all we have to do is just fill in the words. But so what we're going to do is I'm going to put this actually down a little so we can kind of see what's on here. The teacher knows we're here. Okay, so on this, like I said, we're going to be reading this book, but we're not going to read it all at once. You're going to read a couple pages, and then you're going to get up and do something, or you might write something down, which is why I gave you this extra piece of paper, and I did not grab a pencil, so I'm going to pause this. Okay, so like I said, we're going to start off with making this. So first off, I just kind of want you just to like flip through the pages and just look. You don't have to read anything yet. I just want you to like open the book and flip through the pages and think how many pages, you can do it now, yeah. It's like how many pages do you think you could read at one time? You don't have to read them all. Just, it could be, 3, it could be 5, it could just however many you think. I mean,
I could probably read 3.
you can read 3. All right. So like I said, we're going to create, because on this it says read and then stretch and then read. This is, like I said, my chart. If I was going to read,
Is that a P?
It's a R. I know it does kind of look like a P. That's why I kind of tried to scribble it out because I made it look funny. I didn't want to have to remake the whole thing, so I was like, it'll be all right. So when you're reading, so we're going to write yours out, but because I just wrote read on mine, but for yours, we can read 3 pages. So we'll start off with that. And we'll just do read 3 pages. And then we can do that like up here again. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Okay. I'm trying to remember. There were 17 pages. I want to make sure we read the story. So, all right. So we're going to read 3 pages. Then after that, you can get up. We want to take breaks. We don't want to be reading it all at once because
my mom told me that if we read all at once, then our brain's going to get funky and we won't know.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point of this lesson. We want to make sure we're actually remembering what we're reading. So we're going to read a few pages, and then if you need to, like, we can get up and stretch. You can write something down. If you have a question, you can write it down. Just, whatever you feel like. And then, so here, we can do stretch for the first one, just like how mine is. But then, let's see, I should have wrote one more ladder, because I want us to finish the whole book. So if we read 3 pages, then maybe we should do, I know we said 3, but maybe we should change it to 5. I know that seems like a lot, but we want to finish the book, and it's not a lot. And like I said, I'm here to help you if you need any help with any words or anything. I'm right here. Don't be afraid to ask a question. So, all right. So then, like I said, we'll read 5 pages, and then you can get up and do a stretch. You can do like 5 toe touches. Just get up and touch your toes, and it would just be something to do. Just kind of keeps your brain, like you said, from getting all fuzzy and not really knowing what's going on. So then after that, we'll want to come back and we'll want to read a little more because we want to finish the book. So I was like, I should have made more stair steps. I don't want to rewrite it. So then we're going to do this. I'm going to actually we'll read, if I can spell. We can read, maybe we'll try 5 more pages this time. And we can actually do this, and then we can do it like in a pattern. We'll do read 5, and then you can get up and stretch. You can read 5 more, and then maybe you can write something down. Just anything that you've learned that you think's interesting from the book. It can be anything at all. I'll just write a thought, just something that you thought that was interesting in the book. And then after that, we'll read 5 more pages, and then you'll get up and do more stretches. And then by that time, there'll only be a few pages left. So then we'll just read the last couple pages. And that's how we're going to do this. And we're going to use this little arrow. You can move the arrow so you can point to where you are so you remember. But also, while we're doing this, when we are in these, every time we have a step, I'm going to ask you a few questions about the story. Just to get you thinking about it more. I'm just going to ask you, is there anything that you're wondering about the story? What do you think will happen next? And why do you think that's what's going to happen next? Things like that, just so we really can remember what we're learning or what we're reading. So, sorry if I'm talking too fast. If you need me to repeat anything, just tell me. I know I talk really fast sometimes. I try to be better at it, but I know that sometimes it's not great.
I forget a lot of people's names.
Yep, my name is Stormy, yes. Or, I mean, like, if you want to call me Miss Binsey, you can, but Stormy's also easier when we are just doing this. So, we're just going to start off, I guess, with reading. So, we're just going to put this here. I want to make sure that you can sit up, and that way the book can kind of be seen in the, if you want to do it over here a little, I can scoot over more if you need it.
No, it's fine.
All right, that way, that way my teacher, she can see what we're reading and look at the book with us. So I'm just going to have you read. Like I said, I'm here to help you at all. And right now, we're just going to start off with reading 5 pages. So the pages aren't numbered, so I'll count with you to make sure, like, I'll just count the pages as you go. That way, we know that's how many pages you read, because they're not numbered. And so when I say we're going to read 5 pages, it's going to be like, you'll read this one, and then these, that's 3, and then 4, 5. And see how this one barely has any words on it. So some pages are really short. So we'll just start off with that. I'll close the book. I'll let you read the title, and we can get going.
The Magic Melody.
Yep.
This treasure belongs to.
Say, yeah, that's just if you own, because, you know, this is, it's part of a collection, and so you'd put you're like my name, because technically it's my book, but I'm not going to write my name in it because I want to have these in my classroom. But alrighty, like I said, read 5 pages.
Deep breath, the sea in the cavern at the bottom of the ocean, the evil sea witch Ursula gazed into her magic pearl. There she saw the little mermaid admiring her father's shiny gold
It's trident. That's a weird word. That's what this is right here. Because King has his trident. I was like, there are some words that are kind of weird that are specific to the story. I'll help you with.
trident. If only I had the king's trident.
Trident. It's okay. Nope, you're fine. It's okay.
She growled, things would be different around here. There was nothing Ursula wanted more than to be a queen of the undersea kingdom, but she needed the king's trident. To do it, the trident contained great power, and whoever helped it could have any wish to destroy.
He desired. It just means,
Desired.
yeah, desired is like they could pretty much have whatever wish they wanted. Anything they wanted, they could make come true.
That is why King
It's Triton. That's
Triton
because it's the same as his trident. His name. Okay, but yeah.
never let anyone else even touch the trident, except, of course, for his lovely daughter Ariel.
Mhm.
I've got an idea. Ursula cracked gratefully. I will trick Ariel into giving the trident to me. How will you do that? Hissed the eels.
Flotsam and Jetsam. They have funny names. Yeah, I was like, sometimes names are weird.
Flotsam and Jetsam.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows how much the Little Mermaid loves getting presents. The sea witch explained, well, I have a very special present for her. Ursula dug down deep into her bag of tricks and pulled out a gaily wrapped package.
Mm-hmm.
She and her eels swung to the entrance of Ariel's grotto.
Grotto. Yeah, I don't know.
Grotto.
I don't know exactly. I should have Googled that word. I don't really know what a grotto means.
I don't either. And left the presents outside where the Little Mermaid would be sure to find it.
How many pages was that? That was 3, so these last 2, and then we'll do our next step.
A present, Ariel cried when she discovered the box. I wondered who I wonder who it could be from. Open it and find out, replied Flounder ex what's the word?
Excitedly.
Excitedly.
Yeah, I was like, you got the beginning. Yep. All right, last page, and like I said, then we'll get up and we'll do that some stretches.
The little mermaid quickly of the ribbon. I got some stomach stuck in my throat.
And if I do need a drink really quick.
No.
Okay, I was like, if we need to, we can pause and get a drink.
I have this all the time.
No, it's okay. I understand. It happens.
Ribbon and paper, and opened the package. Inside was a beautiful silver music box, discovered which tiny gold instruments and musical notes. There was also a letter which read, "Play this music box before you go to bed. The
Soothing.
soothing melody will full." That looks like an F or a L.
It's an L. It's lull. It kind of means like when you lull something. It's like having music. Kind of. It will make you feel relaxed and it will help you kind of drift to sleep.
Lull you into a sleep filled with sweet dreams. Oh, how thoughtful! Exclaimed Ariel. Maybe it's from Sebastian.
Yep, that's
He
exactly.
knows how much I love music.
All right, so that was 5 pages. So we're gonna I'm gonna take this pencil right here because I don't want to, and that's not really safe. Maybe I shouldn't do that because that's not really good for books. We'll just put this paper in here for now. All right, so since we did that, we read the 5 pages. That means we get to go up a step, and so then that points us to stretch. So then, I know you guys said you could do toe touches. You can do whatever you want. You can get up and do a couple toe touches. You can do even a couple jumping jacks. It's just something to get you doing something else to kind of get your mind off the reading just for 1 second, to help you clear your brain. So, all right. So, is there anything so far in the book that you're wondering?
I was wondering, why would I think Ariel, why would she send the music box?
Why would she what? Sorry.
Why would she send the music box?
Oh, Ursula. Why is that? Ursula? Why she sent the music box? Yeah, that's a good question. And like I said, we'll read more about it. Anything else that you're wondering? I mean, that's pretty much the biggest thing that's happened in the book so far. She's got that music box.
She's probably doing that for her plan because
Mm-hmm.
I can probably make her give it to the Strifle to her.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Like you said, yeah. Well,
she do nothing nice.
Yeah, she doesn't do things nice, so there's probably a reason she gave her that music box. She's probably not just being nice. All right, awesome. Like I said, you probably just because I won't do it. If you want to just do if you want to do 5 jumping jacks. Sorry, I have for or anything. I don't. It just helps you. Like I said, just stand up, or you can even just stand up and go and touch the wall and come back. Just gets you up for a second. I know it's silly, but all right, we'll go to the next part. So the next part then would be to read more pages. So we're gonna just continue to read the story. That way we can get through it. Sorry, I figured I'd help. These books haven't been read a lot, so they don't like to stay open well.
Later that same day, as Sebastian the crab was making his way to Ariel's grotto for a visit, he heard Ursula Evil laugh, drifting out of her lair. Knowing the witch must be up to no good, he creeped closer and listened as Ursula explained the rest of her plan to the eels. When Ariel hears the melody from the music box 3 times, she will fall into the trance.
Trance was right. Yep.
Trance. Ursula said with glee, once she is under my spell, she will steal her father's trident and bring and here to me, when I will rule the sea. This is terrible, Sebastian thought. I must stop Ariel before it's too late.
So yeah, so we're figuring out what she wants to use that music box for. Yeah, she's falling asleep.
Ariel couldn't wait for bedtime to listen to the music box. She opened lid and listened as the soft and sweet melody floated out the gentle, soothing harmonies of harps and flutes
Mm-hmm.
and violence filled her head with the most delightful music she had ever heard. She listened to it, and a second time the delightful notes dancing in her head made her start to feel sleepy. Then, just as she was about to listen to the melody for the third time, Sebastian came and changed into the grotto. Stop, he cried, slamming the music box shut to stop. The melody, don't listen to that music. It's one of to trick Ariel. It's stealing her father's trident. Ursula, Queen of Seas, it's too horrible to even think about, Ariel said angrily. But now what do we do if I don't bring her my father's trident? Then she'll know the spell didn't work.
I lost count for a second. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have this page and then the one on the back, and then we'll take another break.
Ariel and Sebastian went to see King Trident, and he asked, Trident, and asked him for his advice.
Mm-hmm.
So Ursula is up to her old tricks again. The king said when they told him what had happened, well, I have a few tricks of my own. The king did give Ariel a golden trident, and it was different about it. Give this to Ursula, the king told Ariel. This trident will not do the opposite of anything Ursula tells it to do. Now we'll see who rules the sea.
Right. Actually, I want to see what's on this next page. So actually, we're going to stop at this page. I know that was only 4 pages, but that way because this is a good stopping point in the story for another break. All right. So this time, since I'm just going to sit here so we don't lose our page, but this time, like I said, we were at this thing. So now I want you just to write something. It could be anything, just something that you think about the story so far. I was like, I give you this pencil and paper, and it doesn't have to be a lie. I just want you to think for just a minute and just think, or we can talk, like I can ask you a few questions first about this part, and then I'll let you write. Okay, so like we figured out your question was last time, what was she going to do that music box? So what did we find out that happens when the music box? What was her plan?
To try to get the trident to Ursula, and so she will rule the sea.
Yeah,
and try to destroy it.
So yeah, like you said, that they gave her the music box, so it will play music, and then it's gonna kind of put, as they called it, a trance. It's gonna kind of almost like being hypnotized is what it does. It's supposed to make Ariel do whatever Ursula says, and she wants the Triton so she can rule the world, or rule the sea, I guess, the underworld, the under sea world. So do you remember what it said that the Triton does?
It will try to.
I was like, I know they gave her that one, but just the Triton, because she wants it to rule the sea because it pretty much grants wishes. Anything that she tells it to do, it will do. If she wanted,
So like a hypnotize.
kind of like it's kind of magic, If she wanted to, let's say, she said, I don't want there to be any more seaweed in the sea, she could wave the trident or however it works, and then all the seaweed would be gone. So, all right. So that was out. What do you think? Okay, so they gave her. So, do you remember what they were gonna do to kind of trick Ursula? What King Triton, he gave something to Ariel that it's supposed to trick her.
a music box?
That was Ursula gave that, but remember in this page right here, if we're looking at this page, he gives Ariel something to trick Ursula instead. Because remember, Ursula was trying to trick Ariel to get the trident. Well, now they're gonna trick Ursula. So
So was that Ariel telling him, or does the king know?
the king knows. So in this, it was saying this trident, because remember he gives her a fake one, is pretty much what he does, and he tells her that this fake trident, it's going to do the opposite of whatever she
Ariel's.
wants. So it's kind of to trick her, because she wants to do bad things in the sea. She wants to take the trident and become the queen of the sea, and she wants to do
So
bad
she's
things.
actually gonna destroy herself.
So I mean, we'll see. That's that's why we kind of stopped now, so we could think about what do you think, and if that's what you want, what do you think? That can be what you write. What do you think's going to happen to Ursula when she uses this trick trident? And if you just want to write just something quick and simple, just a little sentence.
But would she know if she's looking through the ball from Ariel?
What do you mean? I'm sorry. I just don't understand. Sorry.
So on that other page, on the one before we
Oh,
started this one,
the magic ball.
yeah.
She must just not be watching because you'd think that she would know the trick, but that something happens later on in the book. So that is something, maybe she knows. Maybe she already knows they're gonna trick her, and so the trick won't work. That's something we're gonna think about. Like I said, you can just write something down. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I'll just give you a minute just to write. I'm gonna pause it for a second. I'll let you just write, and then just give you a minute. Say I'm watching this time down here. When this time says 22, then we'll be good. You're fine.
Honestly, I have nothing in mind.
That's okay. I mean, like I said, it was more to write a thought. It was more of just in order for you to think. It was just to explore your thinking more. So that's all right. You have done pretty good at of thinking about what might not happen next. And so we're just gonna continue reading now.
Ariel was afraid the sea witch might know it was a trick, so she pretended to be under the spell of the magic Melanie as she slowly floated past the sea witch. She held the flake trident out to her as you have commanded, she said, her heart pounding at last. Ursula screeched, snatching the trident for an Ursula's
Ariel's. You're fine.
Ariel's hand. I'm used to saying Ursula.
Yeah. They both start with a vowel, so it could be easy. He thinks he needs to move.
Ariel's hands. King Triton. I can't. No.
It's fine.
Triton's power now belongs to me. Anything I wish for will be mine. And starts to go boom.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, now we're going to see what happens. Is it because when they gave her that trick one?
I'm guessing it's destroying her because the white things are popping up.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it could be what happens.
Ursula was so excited she didn't even notice Ariel swimming away as fast as she could. When she was a safe distance away, the little mermaid hid behind a rock and watched Ursula plan how she was going to use her new power. Let me see what I wish for first. The sea witch murmured to herself, I know I have lots and lots of the jewels, but I want even more. Ursula held the trident high over her head and shouted, give me more jewels. But when she had finished making her wish, instead of having more jewels than she had before, all the jewels she had disappeared. No, she cried, horrified. It didn't work. Oh, that's why there's
all of her her necklace and her earrings, they all just she had a treasure chest full of jewels and they all disappeared. It's like she was
And so is, I think that's about to disappear too. 'Cause
right. It might. All right.
several seahorses had gathered to see what was going on. Ursula hated seahorses. They were always so playful and happy. Go away. Away. Go away, she shouted again, and then,
Remembering.
remembering she had the king's trident, she held it high above her head and said, I command you to go away. It is my wish. Oh, those are baby seahorses.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of going away as she had commanded, the seahorses came even closer, and soon they were joined by even more seahorses who perched themselves all along the sea witch's outstretched tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Now whirling around in a circle to shake off the creatures. I bet she's gonna get dizzy and then. Oh, she broke it. I wish I'd never seen this horrible trident. Ursula shouted suddenly. Her
Yep, there.
lair was filled with heavy gold tridents. Once again, the trident had granted her 1,000 about
Oh, no, you're fine.
her the opposite of what she wished for. In a rage, Ursula broke the magic trident into
Oh, wow. Okay.
half.
Yep, she did. She broke it right in half. See, we're getting close to the end. We're just going to finish these last couple. Yep.
Two.
Yep, we're going to finish those couple of pages, and then we'll talk about the story a little more, and then that's our lesson today.
That the next morning, Ariel returned to Ursula's lair and gave her back the music box. I really feel bad for her now.
Right. She was trying to trick him first, though.
But then she learned her lesson.
She did. That's true. She's learning.
The next, oh wait, I already read that part.
Mm-hmm.
Music box. Sebastian told me you left this gift for me outside the grotto. She said it was really very sweet of you, and I do appreciate the thought, but I'm afraid I can't accept it. My father won't allow it. There she goes, swimming away.
Mm-hmm.
Ursula was very upset. She wasn't so sure why the trident hadn't worked, but she knew that Aunt Ariel must have had something to do with it. Someday, she murmured to herself as Ariel swam away, I'm going to get that mermaid. Uh-oh, she's in trouble.
Right.
When Ariel told her father what had happened when Ursula made her wishes, the king laughed so hard he almost couldn't stop. I wish I could have seen that, he said when he finally caught his breath. But what will he excuse me.
No, you're all right. It happens.
Will we do if she tries to get your trident again? Ariel asked. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, replied Sebastian. Ursula greedy.
Yep.
Oh, I seen this word.
Yep.
Ways always
Mm-hmm.
seems to get the best of her one way another.
Yeah, and I said.
I heard this word on my game called Text or Die.
Oh yeah.
It said something about some about if you or it was on my schoolwork. I
It's
don't
okay. It's
know.
okay.
But it said something about this, and
If you get greedy.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and that's what she was doing. All right, and that's the story. Yeah, like they said in the last sentence, they said, "Don't worry about that. Ursula's greedy ways always seem to get the best of her, one way or another." So yeah, so good job. We finished the book. So now we're going to just talk about it a little bit, and then we'll get to, like I said, the party. And I got some prizes for you. But so with that story, um, what do you think? I mean, is there anything that you can think about it? What did you think about Ursula? You said, I know that before a few pages ago you said you learned her lesson, but then she said that she was going to get that mermaid. Do you think she really learned her lesson?
No.
No.
I think she noticed. She thought it was the mermaid, but it was really the king, her dad.
Yeah.
So she's like, when she swam away, when she murmured to herself, she's gonna get the mermaid. She met when she's gonna come to their castle and start destroying everything else
All right.
and starting to find that mermaid.
Yeah, yeah.
But
She's
if
gonna.
she's not there, and gone like the king, then she destroyed the king. But when they get back, the whole place is destroyed.
All right. Yeah, yeah. She might retaliate and go and destroy the whole place because she didn't get what she wanted. That was really good. Let me read through here really quick and see if there's any other questions I have for you. Just want to make sure. Sorry, I was just rereading. All right. So, awesome. I mean, that was really good. You did a really good job. Like I said, I actually have a few suckers here. So if you want, you can pick a couple flavors or just whatever you think there's. Let's see what we got here. We got that one's blue raspberry. This one
Which
is
one's blue raspberry?
that one right there that you have in your hand.
Is this bubble gum?
I believe so. Let me look. I was like, yep, that says it's a blow pop. Yep, these two are bubble gum, and these two are Tootsie Rolls.
I'll take this one.
You want that one? All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Braylon. You did a really good job. I know that it was nothing too hard, but it was good practice for your reading and really getting you to think about the story, so you remember the details. That's the big part about reading a story is that when we read it, we want to remember what we're reading. Today, our story that we read was kind of silly. It wasn't. It was a fiction book, which I'm sure you know what fiction means.
It means like if some fiction, that means it's real, but it's non-fiction, then it's fake.
Kind of, but it's opposite. So
Non-fiction.
nonfiction is usually based on real life, real people and real things that happened, while fiction is more of your imagination. You made up a story, and it can have crazy things in it, like talking animals, like mermaids. We can hope that mermaids are real, but there's no proof that mermaids really are real. So as of right
You
now,
gotta prove it.
yeah, so as of right now, that's kind of a fiction thing. So, well, thank you so much again. You did such a good job, and I hope that we can do this in the future. Thank you.